Alright, hello everyone. Of course, this is Lost Drive 1994, and Roman is up on top over here, as you can tell. And on my end, of course, I'm pointing this way because it's, what's his name?
It's Lance Moss from YouTube.com/Lance Moss TV. Come check me out.
Alright. This is a question for both of us. What do you think happened with the Kevin Ward Jr. and Tony Stewart incident? Or who do you think is at fault?
Well, personally, I think it's just a tragic accident. Smoke's at fault and Kevin Ward's at fault because, Smoke, his car did hit him. But then again, Kevin Ward shouldn't have been on the track. I mean, I have a video expressing my full thoughts on it on my channel. So.
I don't know. I'm thinking, it's like what I say all the time. It's not, to me, it wasn't Smoke's fault at all. Tony gassed it, of course, that he was trying to get away. And Kevin Ward Jr. put his hand on Tony Stewart's wing.
I never saw that.
That's what happened.
I never saw a hand on a wing. All I saw was dude standing out in the middle of a track where he shouldn't have been in the first place. I mean, when there are cars going on a track, you don't want to be on a dang track on your feet. To me, you should stay as close to your car as you can if you have to get out, just for safety reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all I saw was Tony Stewart go past, and then this guy just go flying up in the air.
Yeah. That also brings up another question. How do you think Tony Stewart will react? You think he'll be more safer when he's on the NASCAR track or no?
See, he's either going to come back really quick, like possibly this weekend at Bristol, possibly, or
he's just going to sit out for the rest of the season and come back next season?
Yeah. Because one, he's pretty much out of contention for the championship unless he wins one of the next few races. And if it's all in his mind right now. Because physically, there's nothing wrong with Tony besides his knee, which is because he's been saying that even has been bothering him. So I don't know if it's a good idea for him to stay out or come back and try to just work through it. Which honestly, I kind of think he needs mental help right now, and that's not saying Smoke's crazy, but when you go through something as traumatic as this, because let's face it, this was a traumatic incident, right?
Yeah. So look at what happened. I hate to bring this up, by the way, but look at what happened in 2001.
Yeah.
That may have took a big hit on Junior, but Junior, he fought through the pain. He kept on going. He kept on doing what he was doing.
That could be. He's even said a few of those wrecks were caused by him not being able to think straight. Because he wrecked, 2-3 times that year?
Yeah, but for him to rebound at the night race at Daytona.
Yeah.
Question. Actually, on pretty much like I mentioned on this. How do you find NASCAR's new rule? Or like if the car is on fire or pretty much like in smoke, they can get out of the car. But when they wreck, they can't get out of the car.
That's not necessarily the case. Okay. It's extenuating circumstances, which means smoking, on fire, something's physically wrong with you, or just something that you have a just reason to get out of the car. Not a reason to just go out and start pointing your finger, doing all this, throw your helmet at them. That's not a good reason. But let's say, I don't know, a car's crushed and it's just making, you have to get out of it. Because the way those things are built, either that could be a case where that somebody might have to get out of the car.
Yeah, but like, and this new rule is now that once you drop the window net down, you have to stay in the car. You can't get out. And if you do, look at
from minor wrecks.
Yeah, look at Ronnie Childers, Kevin Harvick's crew chief. He got penalized and fined $25,000 for breaking that rule at Michigan. That rule was just announced.
Wait a minute.
On Friday.
Wait a minute. Okay, Kevin Harvick broke the rule and the crew chief gets fined?
Crew chief got fined $25,000. Kevin Harvick
for something Kevin Harvick did?
Yeah, Kevin Harvick got penalized 25 driver's points.
And the crew chief got fined. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's horse shit.
Yeah, that's what NASCAR is doing. Can't fix NASCAR. Anyways. Are you happy or sad when John Cena lost?
Happy as hell.
Yeah. No offense to all the Cena fans out there, which who really gives a shit anyway. But who's wearing a giant L over their head? Not Lesnar. But it's Cena.
Oh, well, he is if he has a big old Lesnar sign over his head.
Yeah. And, now, what do you think will win, the Sprint Cup Series championship?
Well, I'll put it like this. I'll wait to make my prediction when the entire field's set.
I have a feeling I already know who it's going to be. As much as I like Junior, but it's going to be Gordon winning it. Because knowing Gordon wants to retire really quick. Gordon has family problems, or Gordon has family to deal with.
He also has a back injury.
Yeah. He hasn't been complaining about that a lot, though. I'm surprised.
Because he nuts up and does his job.
Yeah.
And so that he's part owner of Jimmy Johnson's car. So financially, he does not have financial problems.
Yeah. And that's like all those other teams, like Joe Nemechek's team. Which, I say, if NASCAR were to give him another chance to have a decent team, he would be running in the top 25, guaranteed.
Joe Nemechek?
Yeah, front row Joe.
He ain't been the same since he broke his neck.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, look up Joe Nemechek breaks his neck at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Yeah, now, you know who's actually trying to get the job back? Jeremy Mayfield.
That's going to be tough for him to do.
He's already racing at the dirt track level.
There's a big difference between dirt track racing, which all you got to do is not be under the influence to race at a dirt track, basically.
Yeah. You could be high on cocaine. You could be on...
Cloud. When I said under the influence, I meant of any narcotic, alcohol, and you just said you could be on cocaine. No, you couldn't. I think you got to take a piss test. Which, I mean, there is a reason NASCAR has that drug policy, you know, where if you complete it, you can come back.
Yeah.
Well, I say meth's a hell of a drug. Can screw you up royally.
Yeah. Question 5. If you had to choose a time to go back, where would it be?
That's a good question. That's a damn good question. And be the age I am now?
Whenever.
Okay. Well, I'd probably be the 80s. Main reason, the music was awesome, the wrestling was awesome. Then I could, I'd have to live through the new generation era, but then I get to live through the Attitude Era again.
That would have to be the 60s when the British invasion started. Like the Beatles and all of them.
Yeah, I'm aware of who the invasion is.
The Doors.
Are you saying the Doors were invasion?
Well, the
I was like,
Doors
dude,
were,
they're from California.
and Jim Morrison, he's from France, I believe.
No. He moved to France.
Oh. Never mind. Sorry about that.
Technically, this guy might be considered British invasion for one reason. He got big in the blues circuit over in England, then came back home. It was around that time, so that's kind of iffy. And yes, that is Jimi Hendrix.
I think, and of course, going back to wrestling, If you had to choose one company to bring back, what company would you bring back?
See, that's tough. Main reason, I love WCW. I love ECW. I'm from Memphis, so I'm a huge USWA fan.
United States Wrestling Association?
That's right.
That would have to be WCW. Why? Because I just find that WCW was more better than anything.
Except for at in their financial policy.
Yes.
They were leaking money like a sieve.
Yeah, they were
even in the NWA days.
Yeah. They were even giving away who fucking won the WWF title on their own show. Remember that match?
Which, that backfired on them, at least on my part. Because as soon as they did that, I was like, ooh, new title change. Click. I switched over. It needs to be... we definitely need somebody to... see, technically... That's one reason I don't know what company I could bring back. Because it needs to be somebody that could rival Vince. Because technically, if it came back, it would have to be a WWE offshoot. Because he still owns the World Championship Wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Thus, I have to go with USWA.
This quickie, who do you think was the best wrestler in WCW?
Benoit. Hey, you said who was the best wrestler, not the best in-ring personality and all that. In WCW? Yeah. At actual wrestling, like technical wrestling stuff, Benoit was a beast. Technically a rabid Wolverine or a crippler. But
I don't know, it would be a toss-up between Sting and Randy Savage.
Okay, you're more personality-driven wrestling style.
Yeah.
I got you. Now I see what you're talking about. Yeah, as in most
Sting
associated with WCW.
Sting has some good matches in his day.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like this. That, like, I gotta go Sting. But as actual ground classics, like classic matches, like, I love technical wrestling and stuff, so yeah. I gotta go, but non-technical stuff, like character-based guys, Sting all the way.
And another cool question. Do you think Sting will get a match at WrestleMania 31 against The Undertaker?
Well, that depends on if Taker can get himself back in shape.
Yeah.
He wants it.
I'm pretty sure Sting wants it too.
That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, even, what's his name? One of the writers for one of their columns even said that Sting might have, since Sting is like new to the WWE and stuff like that, he has better days in WWE.
Repeat that?
Like Sting's future with WWE, if they could give him a good storyline, which I'm pretty sure that WWE would completely demolish him. You know, like what they're doing with their Golden Boy right now. Then they would be seeing the ratings get better. I mean, hell, the ratings are already good with WWE without Cena there. Seems like Cena's the one that's dragging WWE down. If they got rid of him, then WWE would be going bigger.
I hate to break it, they ain't getting rid of Cena until the day he decides to retire, which I have a feeling he's going to be the next Hulk Hogan type, as in a broken down old guy just going, "The champ is here! The champ is here! You can't see me! You can't see me! Oh wait, that's me! I can't see!"
Yeah, and then out of nowhere he fucking tears his quad. Sorry, Nash. No disrespect.
Which...
Yeah, but no Triple H. Triple H can do it anytime he wants.
Technically, Vince is still in control of the company. They just give day to day to Triple H.
Yeah. Yeah, of course Vince will be the CEO because of his father. Yeah, if Vince Sr. was still alive, where would Vince Jr. be?
He'd probably be an executive. Of course, the company would be a lot smaller.
Yeah. Kind of like how WCW was. That was pretty much like a small company when it first started.
That's not what I'm referring to, Cloud. WWE, F would still be a territory.
Yeah. Kind of like OVW now, right?
Yeah. OVW, I guess for those who don't know exactly what I'm talking about, it'd basically be an independent company. Because for those who aren't aware of what the territories were, there was little small companies all over the country that made up just the entire scene. Some people would get, say Cloud would get, probably Ring of Honor and ROH, and OVW up in Chicago. I'd probably get TNA and, I don't know, they're not in business anymore, but, TCW, and I might get a company out of Louisiana, maybe. Depends on how the TV deal worked, and say, I don't know, somebody over in Georgia might get Georgia Championship Wrestling and CZW or something, and that's just how that system worked, which, to me, they need to bring that back. If they ever hope to dethrone Vince.
say, isn't that, isn't there like another independent company, GCW? Or is that JCW?
There's one of each of those. One's out in Louisiana, and one's run by the Insane Clown Posse, which I don't know where they're based out of.
Like they're pretty much like wherever they see a place that's open, they set up shop there.
They're more legit than that now. They actually have their own arena. They have actually do the arena thing now.
Oh, and one more question. Where or I should say, do you think it was a good idea for TNA to go on to Wednesday nights?
Well, that's actually a good question.
Which is actually tonight, I believe.
That is right. See, well, from what I understand, SmackDown might be moving to Thursdays.
Yeah.
Which, there's no way in hell TNA can compete with the WWE. They might be losing their TV deal, which that's not a good thing, because ain't nobody gonna pick them up. Because Fox Sports 1 has said they don't want them. Viacom which owns Spike, says they might move them to their other big name channel, which the last time wrestling got on MTV, it bombed. It went down like the Titanic.
Yep.
It went down like Lindsay Lohan at an audition.
They are saying that, well, pretty much like Dixie Carter is talking with Spike TV to keep him on Spike.
Yeah, which I have a story about that. Okay, Spike TV has always had a policy against violence against women. And the night that Dixie went through the table, which was 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago from tomorrow, the guy that they were doing negotiations with, well, one of the guys, the head honchos they were doing the contract negotiations with, was backstage. That's not smart.
Hey, hashtag it happened.
Hashtag they blew the fact that was happening all night. That's bad for business.
You really had to take a shot out of the WWE's book, didn't you?
I was not intending that to be a shot out of their book. I'm just saying, because I've watched wrestling ever since 93. And rule number one, if you're going to have a big spot, don't oversell that it's going to happen on a certain night. That's bad storytelling. You gotta, cause, okay. It's kind of like this. Say that, say NASCAR did this, that say, oh, Junior will win the race Saturday night. Junior will win the race Saturday night. And for about, I don't know, the whole week they kept saying, he's winning the race Saturday night. He's winning the race Saturday night. He's winning the race Saturday night. It takes the excitement out of the fact that Junior would win Saturday night. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
which if you're in a business that's about excitement and storytelling, having bad storytelling and having bad excitement that's not good, that's bad for business. That's bad for your bottom line. Which people wonder why this company's dying.
Anyways, I guess that's all the questions I have. Hey, if you have any other questions, feel free to email me at gmoney94yahoo.com. Click that little subscribe button right down there in that corner. Of course, on my screen it's over here. It's probably on that side right there. So yeah, follow on Twitter at GregoryAllen18, and pretty much do whatever. And I believe you want to plug some stuff.
Check out youtube.com/LanceMossTV. I got album reviews, NASCAR discussion videos. When we were going to do one, but then I just didn't feel like covering the whole Tony Stewart thing, other than like with a bunch of people, or just keep my side of it. But yeah, that's up on there. Musical equipment reviews. I spout my mouth off about certain general topics, like what's going on over in Ferguson right now. You can also check us out. I'm on a wrestling podcast called Hardcore Wrestling Radio. You can check us out on dailymotion.com/Hardcore Wrestling Radio.
So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.